In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to make yourself go from level 1 scrub into level 100 Mafia boss. We're going to be going from the start, before the quality showcase, and creating our 5-star level player, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. The only caveat to being able to do this is that you need to have a computer of some sort. I mean, it doesn't have to be able to handle a lot. It just needs to be able to handle, you know, like a Google Doc or, you know, Notes app, and that's about it. Now, there is a way to make yourself a 5-star prospect with a JSON file, which you can do, you know, on mobile devices. I don't do that personally. I just have a computer, so I'm able to just edit the text files, re-upload them, and export them, and basically implement really whatever I want in the actual code. And I'm gonna be showing you guys how to do that in this video. So if you don't have a computer, there are people in my Discord, you know, link is in the description down below, that have already gone through and made screen recordings of how to do it on mobile. And if you're playing Hoopland, you clearly have a phone at the very least. So we have, you know, just a random save slot. We're just going to go ahead and click on the bottom here. We're going to go ahead and click on career mode, and we'll implement. I have a roster here. None of this other stuff, I'm not really concerned with any of this. This is all really just kind of to show. So we start off basic, bare minimum. We got Craig Greer here, a shooting guard we'll change to, and that's about it. It doesn't really matter. So you could edit your player here if you want. You just have to have a basic, you just have to literally start the game. So we have Craig Greer. We've got the reporter asking us about my legacy, and this again doesn't really matter at all. We'll just click perennial all-star. Time to do our build. Perfect. That looks good. Just a little bit of blocking. Craig Greer, a 0, you know, basically overall player. He's a backup shooting guard. He's getting 1 minute. He's terrible. But with a little click of a button, here's what we have to do. We have to back out, go to season mode, and we need to click down here on the bottom right and click options, and we need to export this. So we're going to click on Dropbox. Again, you're going to need to download Dropbox. If you don't have Dropbox, make a little account. You're going to need to do that. That's basically the best way I've found. There might be other ways to open source, you know, share files, but this is the best way to do it. So Dropbox, you don't have to rename it or anything. You just click upload. So there you go. Files uploading. And now I'm going to be jumping over to my computer here, and we're going to see it right here. It's going to be save file number 4. We're going to go ahead, and because the save files for leagues and rosters are not very big, usually only like, you know, 5 or 6 megabytes, but the actual like career mode files or season files are larger. We're just going to we're going to download it. So we're going to click on it once. It's going to open up here on the right, and then we're going to see, look, it's 11 megabytes. It's too big to load. We're going to download it just to make it easier. Make it open under notes or a notepad or something like that, just so it's nice and easy for us. And this is where the meat and potatoes of this video is really gonna start to kick in. So, but if you've never seen this before, it's literally just a text version of your, you know, your career, your season. It looks like a lot to see, but the find and search is going to be extremely crucial for us. So we're going to look up Greer. We need to uppercase the G. There we go. Craig Greer down here. We want to be a, you know, 20 out of 20 player. So going through basically all this stuff just to kind of give you an idea of what you're looking at. First things first, if you want to look at your minutes, this is what they are. First, you're going to look at overall minutes here, and then you're going to look at minutes by position. So it's going to be point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, and center. That's not really the point of all this. The main thing is to talk about the archetype, for instance. So, you know, if you wanted to be, okay, well, this will be something that we can just reference back to. So if I want to find like Steph Curry, right? So I'll look up Steph Curry. We got Marvin Curry. Here we go. Steph Curry. Primary is 11 for archetype, and his secondary is 0. So if we want to be this, we could just highlight this, go to the comma here, and then now we can go to Greer, and we can highlight my primary and go all the way to the end. And now we are going to be an offensive architect. So all you need to have is primary set to 11, secondary set to 0. And then in these 2 parentheses, you could really type whatever you want. That's how I made my character the Maple Martian. You can make him, you could do, let's say, a 3-level playmaker. Okay, that sounds good. Potential is going to correspond every single, it's a multiplicative of 2. So 8 is going to be a 4-star, 9 is going to be a 4.5. We'll do a 10. Which can be a 5-star, which the potential doesn't even matter at all because we're going to be adjusting all of these stats behind the scenes anyway. So regression age, we can change that to literally like never regress if we wanted to play until we were, you know, 100 years old. We can put it, I'll put it at 99 because I actually don't really know how it goes and fares into, you know, beyond 2 digits. We can change how old we are as well, which you might not think really matters. It really doesn't, but if you wanted to be like 16 years old coming out of college, you could. I could make myself 11, you know, and I'll be drafted when I'm 12 years old. You can also make yourself, this is corresponding with inches. If I want to make myself like 10 feet tall, I could, you know, I can do 120. So here we have our attributes here. So we have a 2 out of 14 layup. And again, if you want everything to be maxed out, you're going to set it to 20 out of 20. So, and then you have to make sure this is completely spelled correctly and not like every format has to be completely proper. So layup 20 out of 20. And then we could literally just take from this bracket over to here. Now, if you want to be a 9, you're going to go 18 out of 18. Or if you want to be, you know, I'm not going to sit here and explain to you what numbers multiply times 2 to get the corresponding numbers. But you understand the point. You can also adjust your strength, your speed, and your stamina, which, depending on really what your size is going to determine your strength and speed. Your stamina should always be maxed out. Here we have skills, which is completely blank. I don't know the corresponding, like, 3-letter skill codes basically, but what I would do is simply say, okay, if I'm using, you know, my roster for instance, and I want to have limitless range, I know that again we're going to harken back to Curry, right? We're going to go Steph Curry, and then we're going to go look down somewhere over here, which we'll see here's his stats, here's his tendencies. We're going to find skills right here, so we need to get this out of here. We've got limitless range, which we can go ahead and highlight from here. We have limitless range level 2 LIM. We have STE level 3, which I think that's step dancer, I want to say, and then it's basically going to say the level, and it's going to say equip true or false. So then we have chef, CHE, we have clutch shooter, we've got teardropper, CRA, I don't remember what that is, but it doesn't really matter. So basically, if I want to have all of Steph Curry's skills, for instance, you can just highlight. I actually highlighted the bracket, but don't worry about that. We'll just clean that up. You have to make sure you're very particular with everything that you do. So like for instance, like I said, you're going to need to make sure that there's not an extra bracket. So we have skills right here. We're going to copy and paste all of Steph Curry's stuff in there. So we have limitless all the way down to here where I have a double bracket. We need to get rid of that. So we can also change everything. Like we could go level 3 if we want for limitless range. We could make sure that clutch shooters at level 3. Okay, that's all at level 3. Now let's say we also wanted to have Anthony Edwards. So if we want to have like dunk artist and a bunch of other, you know, cool skills, I don't know if they have to be in the correct order, like finishing and then shooting and then playmaking, but we can try it, you know, at the very least. If we have an issue, then we'll just restart. So we have dunk artist here. We've got unfazed here. So we'll go ahead and take these two. So we'll take dunk artist and unfazed. So we're going to go ahead and highlight those. We're going to go Greer. I'm going to come back down here to the tendencies. And I'm going to go ahead and put them in first. Again, I don't really know if it makes a difference or not, but we'll do that. Make sure we have a comma in there as well. And we'll put this at level 3. So we've got our guy. He's completely maxed out. He's got a shit ton of skills. We've changed him like 12 years old, and we've made him super tall and all that fun stuff. You could kill him if you want. You could change his cause of death or something. Where is it hiding down here? Not to say you'd want to do that, but you could literally make him dead, which we'll do just for fun, just to show you. And then there's like historical injuries and stuff. You know, there's ways to do that in a certain format to where you could have like a long list of injuries if you wanted them to have some sort of story, which I can cover all of this. I can cover all this shit in a different video if you want. But basically, that's everything you're going to need to do. So now we're going to go ahead and go over here. We're going to save this file. We're going back to here. We're going to import our file into Dropbox, and it's going to replace the current existing one because it has the same name. So now this file here should be updated. We're going to go back to our phone, go to our files, and we're going to go to share, and then click copy the link. So now that that's copied, we can switch back over to Hoopland. So we have this basic career file again, like we've talked about with Craig Greer. He's a 0-star overall player. We're going to delete it. We're going to import the new file, which we have already made all these edits to. And we're going to have no issues. It's going to have a season import. It's going to be perfect. We're going to hop in here. And just like that, Craig Greer is a 5-star overall player, and he's completely maxed out in all of his attributes. He has a shit ton of skills, and you can give him a bunch more if you want. You can give him defensive skills. You know, you can look up Wemby, find his stuff, import those, and there you go. So Craig Greer is completely maxed out. He's the #1 overall draft prospect, and there you go. And also, look at the top right, he has died of old age. I don't think there's any other deaths. If you change it from to 2 or 3, you can see he's 11 years old. He's 10 feet tall. And he is deceased in the top left there. So if we were to hop into the game, his stats are legit, like they're real. I don't remember, I don't know what I'm on as far as difficulty goes. It doesn't really make a difference or not. See if I can get a little dunk in. Yeah, see, we got a nice dunk package. If that doesn't show you already, we're gonna go ahead and simulate to the end of the season, and then we will look at for instance, I haven't changed any of the quarter lengths. I haven't changed anything. So, I don't know what that is. I've never seen that before. I don't know who that little... Oh, yeah. I'm out for the game with a torn hamstring, and I'm also dead. So, don't make yourself dead. I don't really know all about that. It's time to declare for the draft. We're gonna declare for the draft. And again, all of this that I'm doing here, you'd probably, if you wanted to, you'd be playing college. You'd be playing, college mode. I don't really care to play college right now because I played so much college already. So now we see, we're back into the pro league at this point. We're going to the draft lottery. Who's gonna get their chance with the number 1 overall pick? The Utah Jazz are going to be selecting us. There we go. Craig Greer, 3-level playmaker, the 12-year-old, the 10-foot 12-year-old. So now we've been drafted. So we are on the Jazz. That's all well and good. And the final step to complete this video and to complete your guys' 5-star overall prospect player, which also, you're not going to go down beyond a 5-star if you're already this high, because all 8s across the board is still well above a 5-star level player. Anyway, now we're a level 112. If you want to be maxed out again, here's what you're going to do. You're going to go to season mode. You're going to export this file as a Dropbox link. You're going to go back to your computer. So we have a new file here. We're going to click on it. It's too big to open up. Now you've seen that the size has grown 3 megabytes. We're going to download it. We're going to open it up in the notepad. So here's my player, Craig Greer, number 1 overall pick for the Utah Jazz. If we wanted to change our age, to something else, let's say we want to be 18 years old. Okay, great. Let's say we don't want to be ridiculously tall. Let's be like 80 inches, not 180. And then lastly, we go in and we change all of these to 20. This is also how I was able to add like championship banners before that was even a thing. You'd go in and like have to add team history and then make them win the championship that year. So we're gonna go ahead and save this again. We're gonna get out of here. We're gonna upload that file that we just had, that we just messed with. We're gonna go back to the phone here. We're going to Dropbox this file here. We're gonna copy it. It's gonna create a link for us. We're gonna zip back over, import it. And then now when we hop back in, we look at our player. He's still a 5-star overall player, but he has completely maxed out attributes once again. And then also, if you want to add more skills, you could do that. Oh, I forgot to do layup. Okay, well, you can do it. I just didn't see that. And that's it. That's how you make a 5-star overall player, a completely maxed out player if you want. We can go ahead and quick sim it. We can put up 11 points in that matchup. We are a level 134. Scoring champ goes to us. Rookie of the year, DPOY, and MVP to Craig Greer of the Utah Jazz. All right, you guys, if you want complete dominance as soon as you start in college or the pro league, do this exactly. Join my Discord in the description as well. If you don't have a computer, there are people that have videos on how to do it with JSON files. Again, this is the best way for me to do it because I'm able to get full control. If you want to see more videos like this, if you want me to break down more stuff about the actual text files, let me know. And I'll see you in the next video. Take it easy.